What's going on, guys? It's Big Worm 380, and we're back in Ark Survival Evolved on the Xbox One. Been messing around with some Argents, and got two 145s the other night, bred them, and got some good, got twins out of that, believe it or not. And I just found this 150 male, and I'm going to go ahead and try to capture it and get it tamed up, and then see if we can find a 150 female. Because the twins that I got the other night were they were both male, so that I need a female. I need a high level bred female. So I'm gonna catch this thing in the trap if I can do this without screwing it up again. Alright, he's in. Alright, I'm gonna get this thing knocked out, and we'll be waiting to tame it, and then I will come back when we get back to the house, and I'm gonna go ahead and make this. Well, I'm gonna take a ride around, see if I can find a female 150. If I can do that, then I'll go ahead and breed them two. But if not, then I'll just use one of the, I'll use that 145 female that we already have. But we'll be back in just a little bit. Alright guys, I went and got the Prime. He's eating right now. He'll be taming up here in just a few seconds. Looking at the stats, there's not really anything super impressive with it. It's got decent weight, and I guess this would be considered a food bird. It's got 6,200 food. So, it's kind of my goal is to breed a bunch of high-level Argies and try to come up with like the ultimate one. So, I don't know, maybe this will be the... Jesus Christ, yeah, 8,200 on food. It's got 600 weight. It's not too bad. It's got over 3,000 stamina and almost 3,000 health, so it's a pretty good bird, really. Alright, well, I'm gonna take this thing back to the house and get an egg made. And I'll be back when we get there. Alright guys, here's Titan and Atlas. Those are our two original Argents that we've had the whole time pretty much. And then this is the 145 female. She tamed out I think at a 217 because it was a prime tame. So it wasn't a perfect kibble tame or anything, but it was pretty damn close. Then this is a 145 male that I found, and it tamed out, I believe it. Yeah, it was 217 too because it was a prime tame. So I bred those two, and I'm gonna go ahead and take her because that's gonna be the female in this next one. I actually didn't go look for a female 150. I'm gonna go ahead and just go with it because we bred the two 145s, and we got twin 223s. Out of one egg. That's the first time I've ever gotten twins. So, actually, let's see. 150. You know what? I don't know. Yeah, he's a 222. Yeah, until I find a 150 female, I'm not gonna fuck around, and I'll just breed them too. So, let me get, I'll take the Titans. Take his saddle off of him for the moment, because, ooh, I need this. Yep, I can make a saddle. Okay, cool. I'll replace his saddle in a little bit. This shit. didn't have enough chitin or keratin to make a saddle, so I'm gonna just borrow one for now, and then I'll put it back later. Shouldn't be a big deal. Okay, so now I'm gonna have, and these names are just for, you know, the purpose of knowing who's who and whatnot. Now, the way it's always been, and the way it's been, I've read and it's explained on the wiki and everywhere else, you only get the what it tamed out at. But the egg, for some reason, it'll show whatever the current rank of the birds is. So in other words, if this guy tamed out at a 222 and she tamed out at a 217, this egg for them is going to say 222 and 231. I don't think it makes a difference. I don't know. We shall see. Let's, what do we want to put on him? Holy shit! His health just jumped up almost 1,000 fucking points. What the fuck? Holy shit! Oh, what are you doing? Oh, dumbass. Alright, and the reason I brought him down here is just because I already have this set up from the last pair that I bred. Okay. They barely both fit in this space, but this keeps them from walking around and losing the mating, the mate deal. So, just gonna enable wandering and let them do their thing. I don't want to be in here when you're doing that. Come on. Really? I'm stuck. Oh, God. Come on, dude. Really? There we go. Alright, they are mating. Yeah, this is the easiest way to do it. Just gate off 4x4 foundations, or 2x2, I mean, 4 foundation square, and they can't even try to walk away from each other. There it is. Alright, and whenever you have the egg in your inventory, it does not take any health damage, so it's good to keep it in your inventory. The Argents are picky. The wiki says, or the taming calculator, the breeding part of it says that the Argent eggs have to be between 57 and 59 degrees. So I don't have, this is Primitive Plus, we don't have ACs. ACs are nice for that. So what we're going to have to do is, what is the temperature right now? It's 59 degrees right now. I can probably set this thing on the ground and it'll go ahead and start incubating, but I'm probably going to end up having to pick it up. I need to take them off wandering. Come on, come on, come on. You shithead. Come on. Okay. See, it's already 62 degrees. See, I dropped that on the ground and it's too hot. So I'm gonna have to just hang on to this thing and wait till, what time is it? Damn, it's only 10:50 in the morning. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw this in here. You can also throw this into your smokehouse and it does not damage it either. So go figure. It can sit in the smokehouse, but it can't sit out on the ground in 62 degrees. Whatever. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and put these fuckers up. Alright guys, the temperature's dropping back down. It looks like it's going to get extra cold. So we can just drop that right there. And why is it saying it's too hot? Too hot. 58 degrees, man. I think it said 50. Let me check that real quick. No, I'm sorry, 54 to 56 degrees. So that's good. Alright, so we'll let it drop down to 56, and it's fixing to get dark, and so that's why we're going to set it in between these torches. That way, as it gets colder, as the night goes on, we can just turn on the torches here and there, and that'll keep it warm enough, and then as the night goes on, if it takes that long, then we will start turning the torches off as the temperature goes back up. Hopefully get this thing hatched. Alright, now it's incubating. Okay. So we'll just keep an eye on this, and I'll turn the see, it says Mom level 231 and Argentavis, the 150 I tamed just a minute ago, it's 225 now. So that's not what they tamed out at, and they're supposed to only get the stats from what they tamed out at. So I don't know, we'll see. But anyway, I'm gonna let this thing incubate, and I'll come back right before it hatches. Alright guys, it's just about fixing to hatch. Had to do some moving around with it. Alright. 230. A 230. Okay, and for some reason, it makes it where you gotta do the wheel and imprint on it. Oh shit, I need food. Uh-oh, come on. I can't believe I did that. Yeah, for some reason you have to open the wheel and imprint on it, which is weird. I don't know why that is. Alright, so let's see. Huh. It got the mom's, I think it got the mom's weight. Maybe, I don't know. I'm gonna check the stats on that. Because at 29.93 health, that sure does seem like what the one ended up with, but I could be wrong. Alright. One thing I was going to tell y'all too, I had to move that egg around. It was sitting here and it was just fine. Then it got too cold, so I turned the torch on, but then it was too hot. Then I turned it off and it was too cold. So I had to leave the torch on, and I brought it back over here. Because that heat radiates out, apparently, and it's just like in real life, it's a little less hot over here, and then I had to pick it up and move it inside with the torch. So just be careful when you're picking it up and putting it down. Make sure you remember to use your L trigger to drop it out of your inventory, because I have in fact eaten a fertilized egg on accident hitting the right trigger. So that can happen. I mean, I'm kind of retarded like that, but, you know, it can happen. Alright, well, I'm going to get him into the garage over here, just to, so I can keep an eye on his ass, and I will come back when he's just about done growing. Alright, guys, we're back, and our Argent has matured. He is a 230, and the reason I wasn't here was because I actually had to get off for a little while and had to throw a bunch of meat in here in the bin and hope that he made it, and he did. That's why I logged off, and there's a little bit, you can see the blood right there. There's a little bit of blood, and I think what happens is I did this with a Quetzal one time. I just could not stay up with it, and I just loaded it up with food in the trough and let it happen. And it seems like the game, you can see its health right there, doesn't show full health like it should be. It kind of is left where you left it, but they still mature as they're eating, you know, for the breeding process. So that's good. So that's a level 230. That's the highest Argent I've ever bred. So I'm going to look for another 150 female, and we'll go off of that and see what we can do. Because what I'd like to do is keep doing this here and there, and then making, you know, basically a super Argent. I love the Argents. They're awesome. And we've got some Quetzals, and I want to breed some Quetzals if we can find another high level opposite sex of what we have. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that like button and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Later.